Okay, I think we've restarted. Right, yeah, we've got 1080 now. Yeah, okay, I can see 1080 now. Otherwise, it'll just make me feel like other people are going to miss out. So, yeah. We're back again live. I did that so quickly, it may not even create a VOD. Let's have a look. Yeah, it did. Yeah, hide that. You don't need that one. Unpublish that. Back to the stream manager. 1080p. Yeah, 628. That, it seems to be happier with that, I think. Now I'm getting 720. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be surprised. Yes. Right, so the giveaway is running. If you would like to win yourself a grace, then simply hashtag #LutPliz. I should maybe put that in the title, shouldn't I? Anyway, I don't mind repeating it. Coco PvP Junior, welcome on in to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, I've said it's 6 meg to 8 meg. Variable bitrate. Although Twitch prefers you to just shoot 6 meg constant. But that's not the way. KB Alexander with the loot, please. Joining in. Something ambiguous loot, please. Yes. Join in. Sign up to win yourself a grace. It is, of course, as always, an in-game grace. That means you will need a character that has access to the GMI and a live account in order to use the GMI. Enigma Dogs. Haven't had that in a while. Has the Arbiter finally spawned, by the way? Or is he still a man of unknown mystery? 1 hour after hunting an Inf Doja and I got it after loot, please. It's funny, I was looking for Dojas someday last week and it was just like, this is not happening. So I was like, oh, great. And then another day, you come out and 2 kills or 1 kill, boom, Doja. There's just no rhyme or reason to it. It's just purely, I think, yeah, I think it is just pure RNG, nothing else. So I got the Aero little hubs working now, and they're a mesh Wi-Fi network. So on Wi-Fi alone, I'm on Wi-Fi right now, I got 100 up and 650 down until later when I use... Can you guys even see? I should take it out of the packet. The show and tell screen. So there we go. We got this, which is flat Cat 6 cable. It's about the size of well, there's the RJ45 scale. It's a bit smaller than one of my fingers. The cable itself, I don't know. Can you see how thin it is? 20 meters of that. So that is going to, along with these little doohickeys here, that's going to get sent from here into the living room where the broadband router is. Well, it's actually a switcher, a gigabit switch connected to the router. So I can have a direct cable connection. But we get 0 dropout on phones or anything, TV, whatever. All of that is working just fine now. And oh lordy lordy, the speed. I downloaded, they've released like an RTX version of, I don't want to go there, I want to go to ICC and look for the orbiter. Although I don't think he's there. Yeah, if you can go wide, but I'll say one thing, the mesh Wi-Fi 6 is probably the next best thing to wired. I get faster connection with these than I do using gigabit mains adapters between them. They can only manage, I think the max I got out of them was 380, and that was after faffing around trying lots of different plugs. No, the orbiter has just had a week off. He's obviously on holiday, which is not good. Live average stream bit rate is too high. Ah, shush. Thing is, you can send what you like, but above a certain quality on Twitch, the Twitch servers just can't handle it. So you're not making it better for your viewers. On YouTube, it works a little differently. In that when you encode at a higher bitrate and leave YouTube to figure it out, they support much higher bit rates anyway. So there's a myth that partners get 8 meg. I honestly, I was starting to believe it, because a lot of them seem to stream, you know, like these big, 100,000 subscriber Twitch guys. I was starting to believe the thing that they got 8 meg. And in fact, it's not 2. What partners get that affiliates don't is they're guaranteed transcoding, so that people can always watch in whatever resolution they want to. That part is true. So a lot of them do stream at 8 for better image quality. But I stream at a higher bitrate on audio than most do, because I just can't believe that they would set it as low as they do. 192? No, thank you. 320. Thank you. Used 320 for a very long time. Mathematica with an entry. So because that cable's so thin and small, Mrs Caloss2 said, yeah, okay then. She did not want a standard Cat 5e cable. And while I've been away, apparently, 2 new followers. Jagitel and Bear M's apparently have followed. Silly boy, welcome to the stream. Fouch, welcome on in. Is the cable shielded? It's Cat 5. It's Cat 6. It is what it is. Because they're twisted pairs, they in effect they shield themselves. So, I mean, it's not going outside or whatever. So, it either makes the grade, like it either is. It can do category 6 or it can't, and that's it. There's no... Otherwise, you're selling it as something it isn't with cables. Like if you say, oh, yes, it's Cat 6, but it can only do 100 meg, then it's not. It's Cat 5. Low-quality Cat 5. It's not even Cat 5e enhanced, which can do 1,000 meg. Cat 6 can do ridiculous, like 10 gigabit or something. Yeah, if you're thinking of shielding as in the, the silver foil going around a lot of Cat 6 cables, that's useful on long runs past high voltage equipment, things like that. It could affect it there, but in a house, maybe past a boiler or something, but, generally speaking, no. So the wires inside, if you look at a diagram of Cat 6, there's like a wire and a wire around it, One's earth and one's not. And in flat cable, one's all the way around another one, like the inside of a guitar cable. So it's effectively screened that way rather than the other. The other thing with a standard cable is way tougher. You run chair wheels over it and whatever, and it's yeah, whatevs. It doesn't care. Did I talk to the warden? Yes, I did. Disease prisoner. All this yabbering away, and I suddenly had a moment. Did I even? 25 minutes. Oh, we're all right. We've got time to chat. Kaz, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Now, if you Google, and don't go to some explainer video, or unless it's by a bigger YouTuber like Linus Tech Tips or Gamers Nexus, one of those, who actually have the the printed out regulatory information, you will get misinformation about cables, unfortunately. Same reason like gold tip. Gold-plated HD, any gold-plated digital cables are a complete waste of time. The only thing the gold offers with it is that it prevents corrosion. It does not improve connectivity. It either meets the mark or it don't, and that's it. So it's the data flow rate without the loss. Linus Tech Tips actually bought a machine that tests that and explained in more detail where it fails and where it doesn't fail, and it's to do with the purity of the materials used and lots of stuff like that. No, analog cables, it can make a difference. It can make a difference on analog cables. It won't change the sound. What it will do is help prevent interference. Like, I would not use a cheap guitar cable because you're dealing with micro voltages from the guitar to the amplifier. And if your cable is not sufficiently shielded and noiseless, every time you move around on stage, you're going to get taxi, radar tower, you get all kinds of crap. So yeah, there is a difference in analog cables, but as soon as you go to digital cables, they either meet the mark or they don't. There's no middle of the road with it, Like, for instance, this is Pro L cable that the microphone's connected to. I made these myself, and I use Neutrik connectors because they're so tight on specification that they never let you down. You always get a solid, positive connection with them. They're properly screened and grounded. They grab the exterior part of the cable itself without any soldering, so you don't ever put any pressure on the soldered joints inside the plug. It's always any tension or pull or whatever is put on the exterior outer coating of the cable, which in effect is what that outer coating is for. So it never stresses out the actual copper wire or whatever inside it. Neutrik do the best job of that. I'll give you an example. So here's a Neutrik plug that I'm currently not using. So I've got this screw-in part here. Okay, hard plastic and a rubberized bit. Solid metal there. And then this here, and then there's the inside of it. Now to show you, have I got some cable? Right, so here's some spare cable, some mic cable. Okay, if I feed that through, right, and through there, so there you go, it's ready to go now. Imagining I've now soldered everything together, it's all ready to go, and I slide this bit over it like so, then I bring up the screw fit, which all meets nice and perfectly. Screw that together. I genuinely cannot pull that out. The cable will break before it releases it. There you go. That's why you buy Neutrik plugs, because they're made properly. Really expensive cables. Yeah, that, it doesn't matter how much I manipulate this cable in a live environment with unknown wiring and EFI potential, it will not carry any noise down it. Only signal. So, performance grade cables are really a thing. But if it's just going to sit unmoving on a desk, you probably don't need to go that high. The plug ends, though, big difference in whether or not they a lot of them, there's like virtually no stress is put on the exterior part of the cable. It's all put on the solder joint, so eventually they fatigue and just snap off when you need them. Skix, welcome to the stream. Gold plating keeps the alien signals away. Well, gold doesn't corrode and is also an excellent conductor. But it's not going to improve the connectivity of copper. Do you know what I mean? It'll conduct as well as copper can, and then corrode less than copper does. That's it. But yeah, buying good quality Terminators, so the plugs themselves, really does make a physical, real world difference to how sustainable that is. Roger Iliand, welcome to the stream. I showed that once in Maplin. I did the same thing. I said, try and pull it apart, and the guy I gave it to was twice my size, and he went, and you could see the plastic stretching. Couldn't pull it out, and he knew it wasn't soldered because I'd put it together in front of him. And he went, and he put down all the other ones he'd picked up and said, give me all of that in Neutrik. So yeah, for real, they are absolutely superb adapters or plug ends, you know, Terminators. If you get a janky quality cable, here's what happens. It's not the audio quality so much as its durability. If it's never going to move, it doesn't need a lot of durability. If you're going to use it on stage, it needs a hell of a lot. Because not only is it moving while on stage, but it's being set up and then taken down, coiled up, put in a thing, driven around in a van at different temperatures, and taken out again hundreds and hundreds of times. So you don't want to be replacing them every 50 shows, do you? You want to only be replacing them when you have to. But with digital cables, the only time you can come a cropper is you buy some on Amazon, they're knockoff, they say they're XYZ standard, and they're not. That's the only time you can come a cropper with digital cables. Putting gold on it might make it shiny. It's not going to really change what it does. Like, I use this cable because no matter how much other equipment I've got in the room, nothing bleeds into the cable. So there's no RFI of any kind, despite having, a high-powered CPU and motherboard running down there. Yeah, there's like Monster Cable try and tell you that their stage cables are better than Pro L cable and better than, any other brand's cable. They're not really better. They've got better marketing maybe, but that's the end of it. They're certainly no more durable than Pro L. I've got a Pro L cable that's 30 years old and I still use it for a guitar. It's got the same plug ends on it and the same cable, and it's still great. makes no sound whatsoever except the sound you send through it. So it doesn't generate extraneous sound, if that makes sense. Yeah, I was supposed to be playing Anarchy online and enjoying the weekend, and here we are talking about bloody the virtues of various cables. Oh, I got the thing to work. Yeah, if you buy studio grade stuff that's approved by studio professionals, generally speaking, you're going to be okay. Once you get up to line level, it becomes less and less of an issue. But at microvolts, so microphones and instruments and stuff, yeah, it can make a bit of a difference. Hey, look, you can now see my core speeds. I got it to work with that hardware info. There's like one core at just over 50%, and then the rest of them are like doing nothing, and that's including streaming, so. Proc reminder. Yeah, so, I mean, my preamp is that's my mic pre. And Harman DBX 256. So it has a really clean preamp, has a really sweet compressor to keep things, you know, from getting too loud or too quiet. And a bit of EQ, a de-esser, and a noise gate on it. I go into that direct with the mic, take the line out from that, go straight into the front of the audio interface with the gain on 0. Job done. That's it. No filters, no EQs, nothing. It's all done. God, that's a lot of CPU information. I thought it was going to put the CPU information like over to the side, like it does with the GPU. I can't quite figure that out. And that's, I haven't overclocked. All I've done is enable legacy game support, obviously, duh, hey-oh. And then enabled XMP in the BIOS, set the date and the fan curves, called it done. That's all I've had to do. It'll do tons more, and it'll do RGB and all that, but, you know, I don't care. And that cooler, the air cooler, the Noctua D15, awesome cooler. Can't hear it at all. And it's in the same case with the same airflow configuration, so the case is down there and it blows cool air in through the front, pushes it out the back, and that's it. And all the fans are going that way except for the GPU. And then on the bottom there's 2 extra fans blowing air upwards towards the GPU. And then the power supply unit is its own little air box, so it's sucking air from underneath, and it's stood, the bottom of the case is this high off a flat board. So what I did was I took some carpet underlay, and cut it into strips, and then put some MDF on top of that, and then the feet of the case sit on that, so it's like isolated from the room and the floor, plus there's like this much gap underneath it, so everything gets plenty of air. There's no hum or vibration being fed into the room. It's all like honky-dory. No, air-cooled. Noctua D15. I'll show you the box. We'll go back to There you go. See the size of this air cooler? That's the motherboard box. Yeah, new rig, yeah. I did take a picture of it, I think. Showed it to Sav, I'm sure. She said, how big is that cooler? Right, so here's a picture I took it. Yeah, well, if I run Cinebench, I've got the fan set as soon as the CPU hits 70 degrees. Ramp up the fan speed. Hang on. So this is a picture I took of it on that motherboard. It's like, I mean, it's designed in such a way that it'll go over higher RAM if you had RAM with lights on it or whatever. This is dusty from cleaning out the old PC. I cleaned it again before I put it back in. So that's that's it on the unit. You can just see the corner of the DBX over there. My mouse. That's just a quick photo off the phone. Yeah. But yeah, it never does. Yeah, I mean, but if you're going to go air-cooled, a big air cooler with a big fan is so quiet and yet keeps everything super-duper cool. Like if we run... I'll do it live on stream. And remember, I am streaming and I've got a game running, but... Let's bring up Cinebench. Okay. So there is a 16-core 32 thread Ryzen Threadripper 1950, and there's my CPU. So I'll run it now on the stream. It's not going to be as fast because I'm streaming. So now the fans are ramping up. You go, see 100% load, hitting 70 degrees, 80 on a couple of them. But this is a synthetic load, so this will be a crap score because I'm doing everything else as well. Yeah, so you can see there, it still beats a Threadripper, but that's how much resources I'm using by streaming and everything else. Because normally when you run that test, you have nothing else running at the same time. So there you go. Why am I stood here? Let's get on with the dailies. Yeah, so that's why I made the choice to get that. I could have got the 13900K, which has a few more of the efficiency cores and will clock higher. But I've no intention of clocking it that kind of overclocking the thing. And, you know, for what I do, I think the only other upgrade I would consider next year is a new GPU. Get something a bit more meaty than the 3060. But that's about it. My CPU doesn't go over 55. What was Cinebench? Yeah, and how many cores does your CPU have? Does it have 24? It does make a difference. You start putting more and more cores on a die, it starts making a big old difference. Like but I tell you what though, it runs cooler than my 4-core 8-thread CPU that I had for years, the 3820. Although that only had a Hyper 212 cooler on it. I started off with an AIO cooler. It was so loud. I mean, it wouldn't have been loud if I was just sat there on my own playing games, especially if I was wearing headphones or something like that. I'd never have noticed how loud it was. But as soon as you've got a live microphone in the building, in the room, and you're recording yourself speaking, my God, you become aware of just how noisy they are. Your noise floor goes from, like, in here, my noise floor is less than like 15 dB, with everything running next door making sound, the heating's on, so the boiler's running, there's like an underlying rumble in the house. It still doesn't come up above that with all this treatment in the room. But with the all-in-one controller, all-in-one cooler, it was like 30 to 40 all the time. They're built to do a job of cooling. They're not built to be particularly quiet, you know, so. You know, so it's all on use case. There's no right and wrong to it. But the Noctua D15 will outcool a 240 all in one. It has more cooling performance than that for about the same kind of money. And the only part on it that can fail is a very high quality fan, because it's a Noctua fan. And if it fails, it's okay. The CPU will run a little warmer and start throttling down, but there's no big disaster. That's it. That's the worst thing that can happen to it. Whereas an all-in-one, if the pump goes, your CPU is going to get super hot super fast, and you've got to replace the whole thing. It could spring a leak. Worst case scenario, you need a new PC because everything's fried. And so on and so forth. So it's just, you know, peace of mind, chance of failure rate, etc. 7900K, did that have 4 cores still? Was it wasn't till the 8000 series they started putting more than 4 cores, was it? I can't remember now. When did Intel get a kick up the arse to make better chips? 7900. Yeah, it's about the same price as a 13700K. So it's a 1224 rather than having 816 plus the E-cores. But it doesn't have quick sync. So if you're editing video, oh my God. I almost went for one, but it's just use case. I bought a 1080 Ti not knowing I needed better. Oh, I bought a new power supply as well. A Seasonic 850. The prices on these goods have come right down this month, so it was exactly the right time to buy as well. Like after a bronze rated one, all you're really getting is efficiency and lifetime. But you could get a Corsair fully modular with 3 PCI lanes, like a 1 kilowatt PSU, for like less than 200 now in the UK. Guaranteed, not a knockoff import thing. It's just got Seasonic stuck on the side of a tin-foiled power supply. Don't get a higher than a 3090. Yeah, I mean 3090 would be the limit of what I would spend on. The 3080 is way overpriced for what it is. The 4090 is just ridiculous. I mean, yeah, it's mentally powerful. Some people haven't. Londis bought one. He got one direct from NVIDIA as well, so he's got the... I do like that fan design, you know. cooler and fan design on the 30 and 40 series. I think that's really cool. Had to change from an 850 to a 1200 for a 3090. Yeah, it's 3 PCIe lanes, isn't it? So if you don't have them, don't try and, you know, use one of these adapter things. Don't do it, because the you know, you can't do that and then stick them on Molex connectors or something and adapt them in like that, like the old days. The power supply needs to have it. For 4080, yeah. If you can afford one, why not? But I'm like, whoa, that's so much money for what it is. It's weird the way they've done it as well. It's almost like, normally they would release the 80 series, wouldn't they? And then, like a few months later, they'd go, right, okay, now we release the 90 series. And then they would start with the 70 and the 60 series, but they kind of went straight in on the 4090. Mind control activated. I'm on follow. There's a ball. Come to me. On a side note here, I was wondering if anyone has done like a YouTube series on Rubicars POI. It's a vast... Yeah. I have. Like, but not as like a video going to every site, because there's just too many. Unfortunately, if you wanted to find them all, you'd have to watch a lot of videos. But maybe, yeah, maybe I should. Like, make a compilation. I mean, AOU does an extremely good job of having, you know, Rubicar areas and such. Quests and what have you. Yeah, so not strictly speaking, here's the top 10 places to level at number, you know... those sort of videos annoy me, which is why I haven't made one. I don't like, apparently YouTube thinks we love list videos, but I don't like them. I'm like, things are more nuanced than 1 to 10, you know, in nearly everything. But yeah, the various places you go to go farm XP, etc. Yeah, I've recorded them and played there and done stuff, you know, so. I'll pull that one, and I'm gonna pull the other one in a second if it doesn't get out of range. Yoink! Okay. Kill! Tell me the 4090 weighs close to 5 pounds. That's pretty heavy. I would definitely put some kind of thing to stop it drooping, or to kind of fix it, because that kind of weight, if you ever move your PC, wedge it, you know, because any sort of juddering around that is going to pull your PCIe port off the motherboard. You know what I mean? All right, was that one? Daily... Return to the agency, return to the agency. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave this guy here and return to the agency. Yeah, I don't know if it does weigh that. I suppose it depends which one you get. I mean, some of the ones I've seen on, you know, various tech tuber videos are just redonkulously big. But hey, you know. It's just like showing the world when I started way back when. The early spots were like Flea Pit, X Roads, Bully Bridge. Oh, Majestic Bridge, yeah. The amount of times I've flown over it on a Let's Build and talked about it. And then Rhino Cockpit. I've talked about that one a few hundred times. in so many of the Let's Build a Toon videos, when I'm at a lower level, I talk about all the sort of spots we used to go to back in the day, etc. You know, so monitor makes such a big difference. My new one is my first 27-inch 2K monitor. Yeah, as soon as you go 1440p, you never want to go back to 1080. I've been 1440p since 2012, which is why I was so keen on the new engine, because immediately you could run AO at 1440p and you couldn't on the old client. My memory's sort of like that, you know, we go over somewhere and I start remembering things about the place. So I'll start saying, oh, and you know, there was the protest by MPs and they walked from one end of Rubicar to the other, and part of the walk went over the Majestic Bridge, which we used to call the Bully Bridge because we used to kill the bullies that spawned on it. So yeah, the old school stuff I do talk about a lot. But I've never made like a compilation video kind of thing. Otherwise I start sounding like a YouTuber, you know, and they're sort of, without meaning to be, and by, you know, going where the algorithm takes them, it's sort of like, they can start sounding a bit cheesy, a bit same-ish. 10 best RPG games of all time, and it's always like the same 10 in a slightly different order, you know, just researching gear. Yeah, it is now, Dave. Yeah. So I've got a 32-inch IPS monitor. There are better ones on the market, but this supports sRGB. So you just put it on sRGB, it's hardware, and boom, you can edit your video and color grade it without really worrying about someone else watching it and going, why is everything yellow? Why is everything orange? Why is it all blue? Do you know what I mean? So we're going to record a tutorial now, because I've just realized I've not done this mission on this character. Right, so hi all and welcome to the video. In this one, find ammunition. We'll leave a few seconds for the music to roll by. The first time you get the find ammunition mission, it works a little differently than it does every subsequent time afterwards. Normally you pick this up from your agency handler. This is the clan mission agency. So we'll enter here. You pick up the mission, you can use the teleporter inside the building. Once you're here, the quick way to the Zan area, which is where the mission is, to turn to the southeast and do exactly what the person in front of me just did. If you follow the ramp around, you will reach a teleporter here. You can only use this teleporter if you are level 201 or higher. Next, we're going to run up to the middle section here of one of the stairways. Because you need to speak to Commander Lab, and he's up here. So you talk to Commander Lab. He says, I'm here from the agency. This is your mission, rather than the Radiant mission, which is, do you want an extra hand fighting the aliens? So he tells you they've lost some ammo. So he sends you to a second NPC, who is on this little island bit down here. So Mahoney.
The grid can be a dangerous place. Unapproved pop-up advertisements can cause you to scream, oh, my poor eyes. Fret no more. Sign up for Omnicom pop-up blocker today. pop-up blocker is included if you have a silver level Omnitech
Executives Benefit Plan. Register today. Brian, you've let us down for the last time. So the mission points you here to the outzone supplier. But a few patches ago, he was moved. So the mission marker for the guy we need is in fact wrong. To find him, head down the west steps. And then head north. So the outzone supplier has been moved over to close to the entrance, which is over here. Oh, that's the coordinator. Where the f*** did they move him to? This is a great tutorial, isn't it? Is he at the save point, is he? So the outzone supplier is actually here. So we talk to this gentleman. Tell him you want to place an order, which is the note that Lab has given you. He's got some more dialogue about a crash site inside Arid Rift. Look at that uniform he's wearing. Yes, he looks very snazzy. So the quick way there is to run back up the ramp. Past Commander Lab. And down again to the west. As the mission... Yeah, I know. It used to send you down there. They've updated it. That's why I wanted to make a tutorial for the video for this mission, because it used to point to where he used to be on that little island bit, and he wasn't there anymore. I know he'd moved, but... So, this is the entrance to Arid Rift. Now, the way nearly everybody does this mission is to run in and go straight to where the ammo will be on the ground, in the form of a little grey box. This is where you enter, so it's a pretty straightforward run. You will be attacked and followed by various aliens, but they are on tethers now, so they will only follow for so far. At lower levels, you may want a little bit of help. When you come to this junction here, whatever you do, don't go left. You will die. Especially when you're low. So what you're looking for is these little grey boxes here. You correctly pick one up, you'll see this. All the subsequent missions, you simply have to enter, pick up the ammo, and deliver it to lab. This is why I've never made a guide for this mission, is because I always forget that I need to make a guide for it. And then when you come to repeat it, you don't have to do this part again. You just go straight to the lab. Tinkering idiot! Florida man, and welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So now we've got our ammunition. We go back to Commander Lab. There was a problem, but I took care of it. So every subsequent time you get this mission, you simply go straight to Arid Rift, pick up the ammo, and then give it to Commander Lab, and that's it. Also, you may want to know that when you're here, you can use this to go straight to Pandemonium. You will need 30k Guardian faction to do so. It's not a sneaky way to get around faction and still go and do the beast. I tried once. I clicked on the button and it went, meh, meh, oops. You require more faction. Go level up, noob. No, the max on the old engine is 248 by 248. 1:1 ratio. Little over 4 million pixels. Unless you mod the engine by either using DG Voodoo 2 or remove the artificial limit of the old engine with AOIA's plugin feature to do so. I have made a video for that. Hang on. Hi all. There you go. AOIA will do it, as will DG Voodoo. Yeah, I've got one video about AOIA and another video about DG Voodoo 2. Which I prefer, if only because it moves the game up to DirectX 11. Even though it looks pretty much identical. And the frame rate is just bonkers. AOIA is Anarchy Online Item Assistant is like the easiest option one though. It's the simplest, least amount of steps to get working. Plus, Item Assistant is just such a brilliant tool. Now I'm using DX9. I can use Vulkan if I want. Just by swapping out a file, but I use DX9 so I can use these shaders. Yeah, AOIA is just like the best program ever for anyone that's a veteran or anything like, with dozens of characters with loot and items in bags all over the place and no idea really where anything is or which character used it last. All you do is install it, have it running, and then log each character in, open every bag they have, only once, which is only as hard as looking for something. You only have to do it once, and it will record where everything is, and it has a feature where it will rename the bags. So it'll tell you the character they're on, it will tell you the bag it's in and the location of that bag, be it in the character's inventory or in the character's bank. And then because it's renamed all the bags and everything in them, you can sort by name and all the bags are numbered. See, this is bag number 21, not Slim Shady. It automatically does all of that for you. When we did the spirits, it was an absolute godsend because I found loads of the ones I needed to make alphas sat on various tunes that I just picked them up randomly, you know? I don't think our boy's home. No, he's not. Someone has killed him. Lady Sky Cannon, welcome to the stream. AOIA is brilliant just in, you know, for what it was intended for. But Dream is such an awesome programmer that they said, oh yeah, that 2048 by 2048 is an artificial limit. And just wrote a simple thing where you just click and it just removes it. And then you can run the game at, you know, whatever resolution you want, effectively. If you can read any of the GUI at 4K, you've got better eyes than me, I know that. I need my reading glasses, Grandma. Yeah, but it's the same as looking for something once. So you have to open up the bags, look in, open, so you take it out of the bank, do that, and close it. Now, you might have it so your bag's like that, but you don't have to do any scrolling to find it. It will log everything in the bag for you. Once you've done it on all your characters, then you just use the search screen, like looking for a file on Windows, exactly the same thing. And it will tell you where it is. And if there's more than one instance of it, it will tell you where they are. Oh, look at the warm glow you have with ray tracing. But it's not you I want, it's you. You don't even have to open it now. Just drop them in your inventory. I've not tried doing it that way, but okay. Yeah, just leave it running while you play the game and it will eventually figure out. It will have logged every bag anyway because you're probably busy looking through them all. Yeah. Come on. Oh, I'll fight you here then. So this is 80-90 frames with ray tracing on. It's software ray tracing as well. So it pushes the system a little harder, pushes the graphics a little more. My nephew is now playing Anarchy Online. Woohoo! Cool. Got some young blood in here. This reminds me I bothered Carl all of 2021 and half of 2022 to start using it properly. Yeah. Eventually I did. No, toiling through hundreds of bags is the proper way to do things. No, it's not. If you were trying to find a file or an image on your computer, there's no way you'd open every folder on the computer to try and find it, is it? You would use the search function. Well, that's what AOIA does. It gives AO a search function. Toiling through hundreds of bags is just how Carl's inventory works. Used to, yeah. No, I'm an AOIA convert. Damn great. Yeah. Damn great description. It's true. It's true. I don't deny how messy my inventory is. So is my room. Rest of our house is like a normal, regular, tidy house. But this room? Nope. Stuff where I leave it, and that's it. That's just how creatives are. Like nearly every creative I know is messy. Don't know why. It just seems to be a thing. Part of the character trait, flaw, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, that person always knows where everything is, even if it looks like there's no order to it, that somehow there is for them. And the only point of order is to make things easy to find. And, or you know, we organise things because we're rational thinking, usually. So that works. I know where everything is on my desk. If I could give you a list of all the things on my desk, and you would say, okay, where's this then? Well, it's just under that. You know, it would literally, I would just go, ah. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. What are you, a 2-year-old? Even a puppy can figure that out. Come on. You put the toy under the mat. The puppy's like, it's under the mat. What are you trying to do? Although I have seen those videos with people doing, like they hold up a sheet and then run as they drop it. And the dog's like, it knows you're still in the house somewhere, but it can't see you, and it knows that you were just there, and it didn't see you leave. Doesn't work on every dog, I guess. I'm sure there's quite a few dogs that just go, you're in the hall. You just went in the hallway. I saw it. I smelled and heard you move. We'll go over and do the 2 other thingies. We'll do a few Dynas. There you go, even with ray tracing and all that. It's doing this, and if I turn ray tracing off, it'll just sit at 100 pretty much permanently. The daily warm bath in the lava. Yeah, real sexy shades swim in the lava. I tried doing that with my cat. It went to eat instead of looking for me. That's because it's a cat. You're just the staff. Yeah, AOIA. Has anyone not seen AOIA actually work? Right, I've just fired it up. I didn't have it running. So there you go. We're on here. We can go to inventory and search for something. Give me something to search for. It has to be spelt correctly, etc. But go on, give me an item to search for. Tells me how many credits I've got, and if you open GMI, it tells you how many credits you've got on GMI as well. Right, a Bok. So, burden. Yeah? So we'll search for burden. Awaken burden of confidence. Brute Carl. Burden of confidence. Calmedic. Mezeg. Burden of confidence on Caltex. Burden of Atlas on Llewellyn. So those are all the tunes I've got a burden on. I think there's a few more, but they're when in the... So if you have an item equipped, it doesn't always know. The item has to be in the inventory system, be it the bank, the GMI, or your inventory. If it's on the character, it doesn't see it. So there's that as well. What else did we say? Lava boots. There you go. Lava ring. And picks up things like balaclava. There you go. See how it says, so lava boots and skin galvanizer, Cal, bag 24 in the bank. If you zone, it'll see what you wear. Yeah, well, I think, like, I know for a fact that the Caloss2 character's got that. So it's not seeing it because when I logged him in and did it, obviously I just logged him in, went to a bank, and that was it. You can filter out equipped items. Yeah, if you want to, yeah. It's a brilliant tool. It really is. But when I was spending 8 hours a day recording, editing, rendering and uploading a video to YouTube, I didn't really have enough time to go through the process on all those tunes of you know, logging everything. I wish I had. But alas, I did not. I've got a feeling... IT O'Derry, just realised got my office Christmas party. Hope I'm not going to win a grace today. Well, as it's you, if you have to dash off to your office party, I will give it you another night. Seeing you as is a subscriber and has been here a long time. If someone just pops in just for a grace and then we never see him again, then kind of less likely to happen. Plus you've told me ahead of time, which also makes a big difference. I am in bed as someone gave me a WoW time code. I'm testing out the newest expansion. Alright. You're cheating on AO with WoW. It is Grace Night, yes indeed. If you would like a chance to win a grace, it's hashtag loot please. It's an in-game grace, so you will need a paid account that is active in order to receive the prize. It's not a code. It's not a key code, it's it's an in-game item. See, you can tell WoW's not as much fun because you're not spamming the chat with memes. I tried to cheat with many other MMOs, including that one. Nothing Ermite, nothing. Afflicted Ermite isn't anything that drops anything. This used to be the hidey hole for these things. Run up this ramp. I don't think you can anymore, but you used to be able to get through the geometry there. Or behind the lava. And back to Rubicar. It's quite handy if you want to drop off for Moxie. Which we're not going to try and do on a shade. No, we're not. Right, we'll do an Inferno mission. Super busy leveling in WoW. Yeah, it'll never grab me, I'm afraid. WoW just don't like the game. Yeah, can't like everything, can you? You know. I will do what I can to stop the unredeemed. Give me a medium solo. Yay, first time, ergo. Not sorrow, no. We want to go to Frontier. Any traders? Answer a question for my nephew. What about traders? I've got 2 of them. What do you want to know? That's a problem when you played every class. But then again, you start forgetting the lobby stuff because yours has been 220 for 5 years and you can't remember now. It'll all come right. Yeah, noise gate on my DBX is set at... Yeah, it's set at 24. And so there's nothing louder than 24 in the room, otherwise it would be constantly triggering. which is actually quite high, but compared to how loud I am on a microphone this close to a mic, like, you know, I'm 4 inches off, which is about right for a dynamic. You want to be about 6 for a condenser. The Pump Master, I can probably give you one. I'm sure I've got some. Let's have a look, shall we? Cal has one in bag 16 in their inventory if you want it. And Siljar Russell with the meme. Baby's not done eating. No, definitely not done eating. You want more milk? No, I put one on this tune already and he wants to know... Oh, what's he... Well, why ask a question about Pump Master then? The question should be, what can he use after a Pump Master? Depends, what level are they? Wants to know what best weapon to use after the Pump Master. Yeah, that makes more sense. I misread it. After a Pump Master. Can't quite remember what I used. Was it a Crut? Level 37 Trox. You can drain high enough. Is it a paid account? 00, yeah, Dow is doable around 60, yeah. If you're paid, you can go higher because you've got the 2 different drains. Yeah, fine Smith, Shattergun, they're quite good. He's on your 220 account, okay. What line am I on here? I've got extra intelligence now. Wasn't it ambushing I was trying to work out? Oh yeah, for the agility and sense, yeah. Ambushing. 179 Vector ND. Yeah, everyone's got 20 of those from login rewards, that's true. Yeah, but he's got both his drain line nanos. Thing is, you get that as a twinking weapon, don't you? And it's like, compared to other twinking items, it's not brilliant. But as a weapon in its own right, on a Lobie, pretty good. I still went PDKPs in the end on my other trader. I delete them as fast as I get them. I put them on GMI for 1 credit. Everyone and their dog carried one of those vectors. No, wasn't it the Crut 219? Something like that. Crut Fandango 219 rings a bell. When everyone had a crit build and everyone used shotguns, and then I think Funcom realised there was a problem. Yeah, I'm sure the ND Lizard can be upgraded. for something else. Can't you add something to it from the Alien playfields or something? Seem to remember something like that. I remember. Mind you, I'm going back now. Yeah, everyone had a crit-based shotgun. And even when they didn't have a lot of AR or a lot of IP in shotgun. And this is pre-Shadowlands, so there wasn't like perks to help as well. And Shadowlands came and it was like, oh no, min damage weapons are the king now. We won't have any VP, that's true. You got it now, Soloxy. I was just about to say, no, Luke, please, with a Z. You must Z the word. Yeah, shotgun's very cheap on IP for Trader. There's some global illumination up in this place. And we'll have some Rubicar lighting as well. There we go. T is next to Z on my keyboard. Oh, right. Is it a French keyboard or something, or? What layout is that? Oh, German, right, okay. Yeah, the letter keys are the same on English and American ones, but I think everybody else's are different. I remember having this hearing, well, I wasn't having the discussion, but I was involved in it. Because there's a guy called Gopher, and he uses a Thrustmaster one-handed keyboard to play games on. You know, he's typing, he just uses a keyboard. But then some games, they lock out certain keybinds. So they lock, you can't use the arrow keys for movement. And on the keyboard he's got, they're the ones you would use for movement. And if you can rebind, it's not a problem. And then in chat, a bunch of idiots started saying things like, everyone uses WASD, it's your fault. And he had to correct me. I think actually you'll find they don't. The American and UK keyboards use QWERTY, but not many other countries do. What do you think they use in Japan? Hmm? Nordic as well. Yeah, Nordic ones are different. German, Nordic, French is different, or is French and German the same? Might be similar. I have to Google that. I know they're different from UK. He wanted a Trox, I'm telling him no, but he insisted. Well, he wants a Trox, he can have one. A little bit more work now and again on nano skills, but it works. One of mine is a Trox. Curious now. There we go. So there's QWERTY. US standard QWERTY. France uses AZERTY. Japanese keyboard. Looks like QWERTY plus their characters. Chinese looks like QWERTY as well, actually. Brazilian. Taiwan. No, Taiwan's different. Saudi Arabia. Colombian. That's different. Spain. Yeah, Spain, Aragonese, Australian, Catalan, yeah, and Basque. German keyboard. T and Z, there you go. T and Y you see on a UK keyboard. Germany and Austria. India, yep, way different. Indonesia, Iran, Italy, Nigeria. Attacking. Russian, yeah, very different. How'd you set up WASD on that then? Yeah. Korean. Turkey. Oh, that's a different one. FGG. Yeah, how'd you WASD on that? Vietnam. Looks like QWERTY, but with other letters above and whatnot. Yeah. So there you go. Did you guys... Oh, you guys couldn't see that. God damn it. Yeah, I was looking at all these. So, yeah. That's what I was saying, though. 24 regions and countries, so US and UK as it happens. And then E30 in France. So there's T and Y next to each other. So it was T and Z were near each other. Where's Z? Oh, Z's over here. Yeah, how do you do WAS when it's like that? Because the T and the... Yeah, that's different. Japan. Looks like QWERTY for the English letters, but the rest is different. Yeah. China. But without the characters on it. Or they're there, but they're blocked out, or they're smushed in white. Brazil. Taiwan. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Arab Emirates. Colombia and Mexico. Spanish. All the symbols are on different keys as well. And then German, you said, wasn't it? Yeah. T and Z are together. India. Indonesia. Iran. Italy. Nigerian. Russian. Yeah, like I said, how'd you WASD with that? That's Korean. Turkey. Vietnam. You know, there's like way more than WASD in the world. My keyboard is nice and easy, no print at all on the buttons. There's no print on mine. The keycaps don't have print. It's like actual coloured plastic that goes through them, so you can see the the LEDs underneath. Colleague was switched to a Dovork layout once. Random... Which weapon are you looking for? Tried Dvorak for a bit, just couldn't get used to it. Yeah, I suppose it depends how long you've been using. If you touch typing on QWERTY, it probably is very hard to swap out to something else. Yeah, shake off muscle memory like that. Find Smith. Let's have a look. Nope. Don't has one. I can't remember what I actually used though for after that one. I must have used, you know, something, but buggered if I can remember what. Yeah, Find Smith scattergun is right hand only. Okay, you can't use two. There you go. Yeah, I tried the RTX Portal, but I generally play Portal 1 and 2 at least once a year. I just get an itch to play the game. It's pretty good. It looks great. Does push your system though. I wonder if you can get on those without falling through. There's nothing underneath them. Secret room in the mission. Dun dun dun. It's the only thing when you run the ray tracing and stuff, it does affect the load times quite a bit. Even on, you know, a bit of a beast mode system. Is it diplomatic? Is that the crap hander? No, that's the something something one hander, isn't it? It's just to get AS on a tune, basically. 66%. We are missing some mobs somewhere. In the secret room. Yeah. I think you just get stuck if you go in. I don't remember ever jumping down. I think maybe because we were in the middle of a mission, so... And we're only at 69%, so we're not killing Mordeath yet. Yep, there he is. Okay. I am curious. Do you want me to go down there and have a look? Hey, look! Can we get out again, though? That's the question. If you want to dodge some mobs, that's how you do it. I can see, yeah, there's a few there. How do we get to there, though? Never noticed that. Yeah, it's because I've got ambient occlusion running with that shader. And it does help you notice things like that. That's what I found with this RTX Fallout as well. Because the shading is so realistic, you look and go, oh, wait a minute. And you notice something maybe even after 100 times playing through Portal. You suddenly notice that it's there. Yeah, Londis came on the Wednesday stream. We were saying, how's the new system? And he told me he'd upgraded to a 13900K and a 4090. Absolute beast mode rig. Yeah, you can see with it on though, you get delayed loading. It's slightly annoying, but it does look nice. Lady Sky Cannon redeemed Hydrate for 100 Notum fragments. Thank you. I shall. Nobody in here. Or here. 81%. We need more mobs, yeah. Oh, damn. That's the entrance? Or is it? No. I have 17.5k Notum fragments. I saw one just then, but it's disappeared off the map. No, it's there, look. How do we get to... Ah, ha, ha, ha. How do we get there? That looks like a dead-end room. It is. Step away from the sing mode. The more you use it, the more I'll make it cost. If I could actually sing, it would be fun. But let's face it. I can almost redeem sing mode twice. I'll put a limiter on it. Once per stream or something. It's fun when you can sing. Yeah, if I was like a pretty good singer, it would be okay, but I am not, so... Plus, I don't have any filters or effects on my voice. So no reverb or anything, you know. I'll save it for my birthday, says Unfree. So we had missed quite a few. Have you out of there away from the turret. And the door nicely closed. Kill the turret good. I'm saving for the sing. You're all ganging up on me with the sing mode. It's one of the default ones. You know, when you set up anything on Twitch, it kind of has those. Another one it has is play ad. Like, who would vote with bits to play it out? Apparently Twitch runs ads on my stream anyway, whether I do anything or not. But I think it shrinks the picture and puts a banner up along the bottom, so it's not too bad. It's not actually stopping the stream completely. 100%. Now we have to remember how to get to Mordeath. One more, why not? Kill it. Kill it with stabby stab stab. Yeah, one thing I could do with doing on this character is some APFs and get a token board upgrade. Some 12 man to get boxes, you know, bags full of beaters to upgrade the alphas with. 'Was it through? It was through here, wasn't it? Went into a bigger room. Sneaky muck, sneak face. Yeah, Portal RTX, it's I think it's a proof of concept for the Nvidia's new, you know, remodel a game in Vulkan with RTX. It's pretty cool, actually. We're starting with something like very closed, like Portal is, like there's only so many meshes and textures to deal with and whatnot. And the lighting is not static, but it's kind of predictable, as opposed to like an open world game where there's a hell of a lot more going on, you know. They'll never get full power over Vulkan. What? What do you mean? And go back to the garden. The Star Trek? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you mean. AMD will rule Vulkan. That makes no sense whatsoever. I will show you the RTX. I'm not a fanboy of either corporate mega tech or mega tech corp. They're all exactly the same. They're all there to make money for the shareholders. That's it. The fact they're fighting each other is good for the consumer. Without AMD, Intel would still be offering us 4-core, 8-thread chips. With tiny incremental IPC improvements. In fact, AMD went, oh, we can do better than that. Forced Intel to pull their finger out their arse and give us something. There you go. Let's start a Portal with RTX. Might be a bit loud. So I missed this when I first switched on. You see the top right? It goes Alt-X to access the remix menu. So I went in and went, oh, let's look at the new graphics settings, and you're like, they haven't changed, they're all the same. Except maybe... that might be loud. See, that doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, it does when you hit apply. Okay. So if you want to look at the RTX settings, it's Alt X. So there we go. I've got everything on like ultra or high. It does push things quite a bit. Do a tiny little overclock there. Right. Pick a test chamber. When's this from? Go with this one. I don't know where it is.
Comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters. Huh. That core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me. Neurotoxin. Alright. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go.
Probably looks exactly the same on screen.
That thing you burned up isn't important to me. It's the fluid catalytic cracking unit. It makes shoes for orphans. Nice job breaking it, hero. This isn't brave.
I mixed up my portals.
What did I ever do to you? The difference between us is that I can feel pain.
That thing has numbers on it.
You don't even care, do you?
No, that other thing.
I thought it was the test chamber would be a bit further back than that. It was like umpteen saves ago.
You're the lady from the test. Hi. What's that noise? Is that a gun?
Did you hear me? I said you don't care. You think you're doing some damage?
2 + 2 is...
In base 4, I'm fine. I let you survive this long because I was curious about your behavior. Well... Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to now, I can't get the neurotoxin into your head any faster. I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going to be a party for you. A big party that all your friends were invited to. I invited your best friend, the companion cube. Of course, he
I have to
couldn't
concentrate to
because you
play.
murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends because of how unlikable you are. It says so right here in your personnel file. Unlikable. Liked by no one. A bitter, unlikable loner whose passing shall not be neurotoxin.
So we all remember the battle. Haven't I got... They're all Thursday. This very first. Test chamber 18. Let's try that.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
Right, here we go. Gotta be fast. Yay! Donkamarja, sorry, hi, just resub to AO of watching your stream. If a badly geared 203 fixer can kill the murderous prisoner, probably. But most people kill the diseased. Just easier. Oh, for... That's a pain. Somehow AO looks different now. Yeah, this is Portal RTX. So, yeah, just a quick look at it. It's slightly janky, but it's still good. The glass, the lighting, everything, it does look better. But for some reason, I thought I would have had saves going way back, but apparently not. So, yeah, never mind. There we go. Didn't take long to download either on the new connection. Will Thingy pick this up? Will Streamlabs... Actually, here we go. RK-2019. Rubicar Quiet. That ain't it. The little enforcer that, or the little keeper that could. Yeah, it's not catching it properly. The main display. There are 4 cats. Oh yeah, look. Just there. How is that camouflage for the cat? Now you know. And humans have very good visual acuity as well. So, yeah, there's one right there if you want to look for yourself. Just at the intersection of that bit of grass and this one. He's right there. I not got a claim? Apparently no. Did take you a bit, yeah. Well, I was looking for a joke. Yeah, I mean, the cat is very well camouflaged. It's like a grey tabby. And for the environment it was in, you know, bits of dead wood on the ground and stuff. It was pretty good. Yeah, we've got ray tracing on. Still. I'm applying for a job. Straightforward, please. Goodbye. And then what's the other quest? I think it's the contact Ace Star. At first I thought it was going to be like there were 2 cats that looked like 1 cat or something like that. And then I just started looking with my eyes. Where can you offer me an elite assignment? I think we're going to go to the foreman's. Yes, I do. We're going to up the ante from the temple. Hard time looking with other body parts. Yeah, but I meant just visually look rather than make assumptions and look. I think Oh yeah, do you want Ward for your keeper, Lady Sky Cannon? Because when I was looking for something else, I found it. Along with Degradation of Rapidity, a shade init debuff nano. I think I'm saved in the garden, but I haven't got a beacon. So I have to actually run to the garden. I'm going to go get a Doja first. Wow. I think we have to announce that on the Discord that it's up on 2019. It is quite rare that she's got it on this server. Here we go. The failure is on you. Yeah, I grew up with a cat that was similar to that. Only it had like white splodges on it as well. But where it had, you know, sort of colour and pigment, it was that grey. It's literally like a grey-scale tabby with some brown and whatnot in it. So from memory, we're doing fairly okay on this tune. Doing our Iron Man, solo Iron Man kind of deal. Where was that spot we ended up at and the Dojas kept dropping? I think it was this island here with the Marla, possibly. You know, the wetlands and then silence. Can't see any. Oh no, the core. Yeah, okay, we'll try the core and go south. Yeah, but the Marlers started dropping them, didn't they? We were trying to get the Fury Nano on Wednesday. We were trying to get that, so... Waves of Anger. That's an MA one, isn't it? Agent. But while we were waiting to try and get the Nano, we kept finding... you didn't have any luck. Yeah, I don't think it does drop from these. Waves of Anger again. Well, Waves of Anger drop confirmed. I'm sure it was Savic that told me, so I took it as gospel because it was Savic. It may do. It may just be quite a rare drop. Because Savic's information will be based on someone saying, oh, they dropped from blah, 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 you know. And confirming they've had it drop from them. But they were dropping Dojas like they were going out of fashion, so that's why we've come this time. And we can go nuts here with shaders. And put Quint on as well. No, it really looks pretty. It wouldn't have been that hard for them to implement that, you know, for the water textures. I mean, God, people do it in Minecraft. The Zeus shaders or whatever, they look better than a lot of AAA games. They were that good. And that was before all the RTX Minecraft stuff. Again, we have no in-game music for this area. We should have. Should have the swamp music. Yeah, I think we had like 3 in a row drop or something. Could have been just blind luck, I guess. And today they're not going to. Sod law, innit? When you need it, you don't get it. When you don't need it, they drop like candy. I should have just picked one up when I was here, shouldn't I, really? Level 60 is the last time you can use one. Lady Sky Cannon, oh my god, just had a result, got given a GTA. The nephew's trader social. GTA? What, one of these? Guardian tank armor. There we go. Doja! Clicky. And then find an edge to jump off. Because you were in Nascence and every edge is a way back home. Always got a song, haven't they? The Marla type mobs. I wonder what inspired them even. Because they got arms and tentacles. The only thing with screen space reflections is it just tries to apply them to everything. So they can look very cool, but then it always looks like everywhere has just been raining. As opposed to only applying it to certain textures in certain situations. I have found a Doja chip in Inferno for the very last time. What? Why did that open at 60? Temple Explorer pack. We finished with the temple. Level 60 now. New perk. Ooh. Ooh. Carnivore of Revival. Bioshielding maybe. Or Reaver. Go for Reaver. Crossbred Medusas and mermaids. Do mermaids have tentacles? Not sure about that one. Then we'll go back to regular. Enjoy all the frames. Did take my MA to Inferno the other day. First Mortig on the way to the ramp from Penn. Insignia drop from me, first kill. Nice. Now, I haven't got the grid, team grid nano, or fixer grid for that little level 60 fixer. I don't think I did that on him. I did the first one for regular fixer grid. So if we're going to the longest road, we're either running through Omni Wampers or we're running the longest road. What do we want to do, chat? We have a 5-minute poll. There you go. I'm going to get a bed. We're running down the longest road. Yeah, there's a poll at the top of the chat. So you can go and vote for that one way or the other. And I am going to make a cup of tea. And I'll be back. Right, I has returned. The pole has run its course. Run, Carl, run. Oh my god. We're running to the foreman's dungeon. And Jaggatail, welcome to the stream. Yeah, run, Carl, run won that one. You want to come to the foreman's, Kaz? So you just buffed me there. Jagatay, subscribe with Prime. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. Yeah, the longest road. So named. Because it's the longest road. Unfortunately. Auto run time. So in the old days, before everyone had a Yalm and everything, this is the this was the way you had to run. There was and it took forever. Zoom in on the, well, actually zoom out on the map. So we've got to get all the way to there. So the longest road itself is that long straight line that carries on that way. And I can remember having to do it to get to that dungeon. We don't have the utility of like, I'll log my little fixer mule and give myself a fixer grid. No, I can't have fixer grid now. Chat has spoken. Run, Carl, run, said chat. So run we must. With everything chasing us, probably. Did that actually save that? Nope. You will now discover why it is known as the longest road. I'm just tired just thinking it. I'll go to bed now. If we win, solve it later. Okay. In the old days, you could buy 2 VTEs for 20 million and thinking it was a lot, yeah. Nice jog down the longest road. Yes, we're gonna run the longest road on the 2019 server. Even with like 2k run speed, this is long ass run. Is 2019 quiet? Asks PvP run it. Yeah. Compared to live, yeah. Is much quieter. Probably about 10% of the population. What was my other daily? The Hunt. I need a Dyna. I don't think there's any down here though. I mean, it would have been quicker running from the Bliss Wumper, but that didn't exist in the old days. There was no Bliss Wumper. That came a bit later. Why are you on 2019? Just for fun. Mainly because on 2019, though, you get one of these called a green sword. It has no skill requirement to equip it. And it does 225 to 750. So at level 1 in the subway, it's pretty spectacular. And obviously the higher level you are, the less awesome sauce it becomes. But it's good fun at low levels to have a weapon that good. Yeah, there was no level lock on the longest road, I remember that. But what would happen is lots of 200s, at the time that was max level, so you get level 200s would be camping Tim and selling the loot rights. So people would, you know, come there, do the quest, and then suddenly a level 200 would just pop up and go, splat, splat, dead Tim. And that would be the end of it, you know. No Tim for yous kind of deal, you know. I don't think I even picked up my alien daily. But that's okay. I can remember making this run the first time, and we were like level 20-ish or something. But it was like, we literally wanted to know where this road went, so we went to run it. Because the old planet map showed you virtually nothing. You couldn't see where, you know, a zone actually ended and began. So you just didn't know. And a great little gang of us went, oh, well, let's do it. And then we found a road up here. And found there's a little shop and things up there at the outpost. So we all sort of went there for a bit to see if they sold anything different. They don't. And then carried on. And we really did get to the very end of the road. Started trying to fight the mobs in the ruins, but they were all like level 100 plus, and we were like, ooh, no. But we did come back there later on, I think. Like level 60, 70, we were there killing the mobs. It really was quite difficult. Because back then, well, we certainly didn't have weapons like this. We didn't have perks. We didn't have the gear we had, you know, and all the rest of it. So this is the old school. Where'd you pick up a team these days? On either server, Shift T, no, not T, F, and it will bring up the team finder. So you can. I won't find anyone on RK-2019 though. But on RK5 main server, you will. Also, as soon as you're able to, sign up for Darknet, which is a player chat channel, because that will help as well. We're past the ruins. We're into the real wilderness now. We had one annoying person in Org. Yeah, he was a shit annoying. Everyone hated him, I think. I remember I logged my Engie, invited him to team, and told him, come, we're going to go and get something good for you. And fly to the end of the road. Warped him, and then Orc kicked. He had no yalm, poor soul. Well, maybe he learned a lesson. Don't be an annoying shit. You know? Try to be nice to people. Some people, unfortunately, never learn that lesson, but there we are. Yeah, we're only just coming up where Bliss is now. Still getting those tiny little, like, fruit flies, you know. What the hell are they coming in here for? There's nothing to eat. Yeah, regularly though, just you've got the various chat channels as well. Next door's having a party for their daughter, I think. Yeah, you've got Clan OCC, which talks to a very large number of playfields at the same time, and then Clan Shopping. Some people look for team in that. And then there's player-made chatbots, which are very useful, like .NET, although that's usually for bigger raids and stuff. But people do look for team on it. So, you know. You can have a stream where 10 minutes of it is running all the way down the longest road. Well, might as well have nice lighting and such while we're here, eh? I think the place Bliss was there, but there was no Wampa to it, I seem to remember. Yeah, I do. I feel like it was added as well. There are definitely more Wampas now than there used to be. I mean, there's some newer ones that came in with 18.7. You know, like in the middle of Enigma Forest. I don't like what they did. They raised up a huge area and made it a clan outpost. So they actually changed the geometry of the area. And I preferred the old layout where it was just this weird and mysterious forest, you know. Yeah, there was no Bliss Wampa. You had to run to Bliss. And they had various NPCs and traders and shops there, etc. So that was always a thing. There's a road there that goes to a zone that's never been opened. Just hits a dead end past the lake. I don't know what's going on next door, but it's loud. Yeah, I'm always positive there was no Bliss Wampa. The old Wampa map, Savick would probably know it by heart. Which Wampas were where, when, you know, and at what point new ones were added. I also feel like there's more fixer-grid exits than there used to be. But I might be just misremembering that, I'm not sure. But I definitely feel like there used to be. Not more, but they moved them. They did move, yeah. Maybe that's what is making me feel like they were, you know, they were different or whatever. Normally, I'd be running here. I'd have Hack and Quack, Grid Space, and maybe RRFE as well. The old Athen Fixer Grid was in the middle of old Athen before. Same as, yeah, that's right. Now it's sort of off to the side, isn't it? Which does make the Fixer Grid quest a little easier. If you're not clan, you know? I remember old Athen just being a bombed out bunch of buildings. There's still a few of them like it there now, but they were all like that. There was no shops. No NPCs to talk to, really. And they all got added later as old Athen got rejuvenated. The water in Tyr used to be brown and toxic. Back when getting hit for 25 points of poison damage for swimming in it. And people actually died while swimming in it. If they fell in, trying to get back out. Fubal was camping a trash pile before in AO. It was our trash. All right. We won't bother talking to A-Star tonight because we just looked at the time. It's nearly 10 o'clock, so Just get these dailies done on the little keeper, and then, you know, then we can carry on. Tomorrow I'm up at 7. Well, I'm in work at 7, so I'm up at like 6. And I think I've got a fairly busy day after that. I've got to wire in this Cat 6 cable, amongst other things, do some shopping and that, and then it's the Alien event tomorrow night, as far as I know. Kex. Right, we are not running very fast here. We got to run past the guards. That wasn't too bad, though, running all this way. Probably running a lot faster than we used to. Quick rounds of DB2 came up. Nice. Run from the guards with your meager run speed. Well, wherever he is, he hasn't caught me up yet. There we go, into the foreman's dungeon. Okay, it's always too dark in here. No, has the bot died? It was working before. No, I'm not on... I'm an idiot. What's the name of that bot on 2019? I see the tale of the green sword continues. Yes, it does. What was he called? Zephyr, something like that? I wonder if it's got the light command. Rubicon light. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it. It looks like Zephyr, maybe? It's Kaz. I see a Kaz. I see a Kaz. I invite a Kaz. There you go. You has ward. I'm going to rebuff everything, actually. Takes a little time on little fixer, little keeper. Imminence. Well, we got all 3 pets out today. Nice. Fast attack. Command edge. I need to get better. I think they're still the starter ones, yeah. Level 1 health and nano recharger. May need slightly better. Oh, thank you very big. What quality are they? 35, yeah, I'm sure I can use those. Oh, that's better. Green logging in. No, you need to be at an event. Go straight down to the bios. You need to be on the server for an event. and maybe ask Space Quest if you can have one. But he will only give them out on RK-2019. He will not give them out on the main server. He's not allowed. Kaz has got more run speed than what I do. I think we can take out a floater. Yep. I'm gonna go for one of them. We check in loot, just in case. You never know. Yeah, that's the 3 for me. We do see level 40s in here killing these. Nope. Calling of Valenteria or whatever. Let's get through to the bloaters. Yeah, I'm nowhere near enough in it to go full death yet. Well, can, just definitely won't be 1-1-1. Can't remember if it's bloaters or floaters that are more likely to drop Grid Armor Mark 1, I think it is. I'm going to get a call any minute from Mrs Caloss2 because she is finishing at 10 o'clock tonight, supposedly. So we are trying to fly through these missions. Probably won't get a chance. They did say she could finish at 10, whether or not she will, I don't know. And it might be mad busy. Got my phone right there. I don't think she's texted or anything. Let me check. Nope. Normally she just phones anyway. Come and get me. Or just says, I'm all done. And that's it. I'm off. I'm on duty. Time to go get. Cargo bot must die. Well, at least we can kill things very, very quickly. That's it, no more temple, level 61. We'll reset some mobs. In the janky corridor of jank. If you don't have a seizure first. There you go. All reset. Neutralizers. One more, then we'll jump through the glass. Time for the glass. Yeah, this corridor is all kinds of broken, but to the player's advantage at least. So for this, God, the camera gets stuck just as often as the players do. That's the... Oh my God. Yeah, this... You see the gap up here? And this seam between the concrete and the rock? If you can stomach the camera, jumping over that. Sometimes easier in first person. It will drop you down, but it's not wanting to today. Can usually do this first go, but maybe they added a block, I don't know. Have you gone down, Kaz? Have you already jumped? Yeah, I'm hitting something before I get there. Yeah, it's like I'm hitting an invisible wall there. Sometimes works over there as well. No, I just can't get over. Usually it's a doddle. Yeah, weird. Doesn't like it. Yeah, it's like I'm hitting something here. Oh well, have to go down the other way. I've broken through in various places, but that one's usually very reliable, but not today. Might be jump height, yeah, might be just a little tiny bit too low. No, it's not the new client. Nothing to do with that. I've done it on the new client more times than I've done it on the old client by now. I think it's jump height. Jump height and speed, maybe. I'm not sure. Cat's still killing everything. Yeah, it got to the point there, it was quicker to run down here and just kill everything than trying to jump over. I'm going to kill a lot of these now. The thing is, when you come down, you can run right to this corner quite easily, so... Oh well, killing them all. Full death. Death HUD. I think my hot ran out. Can I has heal pet? I do not want to have to run all the way back. I'm gonna die. Too late with the heal pet. Yeah, my hot ran out. Damn! At least I'm not saved in the backyard anymore. Yeah, we got split up, it happens. Was it the sword? No, it was just some weird thing on the server, right? I'm not sure. We'll get that hot again. I might not even get time to get back there. Don't have a vehicle yet. I can't claim the ones I already have, you see. Yeah, the sword doesn't stop you saving. Which we thought maybe it was that, but no, it wasn't. Bump log. We'll see how we go on. I don't think I've got... No, I've only got the single one, I think. Nothing else. Yep, that's it. And then... yeah, kitchen sink's the highest one this guy ever had. Lag, it's always lag. No, that was me forgetting what character I was playing. And how few buffs they actually had on them. Adam is ICC with level 200 fixer buffs unless you're doing it semi-self buff. No, I'll come and get bigger buffs. I'm not an idiot. Hey, you want bigger buffs? Hell yeah. Fell down in DV2, definitely lag, not me being careless. No, because, you know, running for the thing. Oh, what do you call it? Trying to get to the cloud and... like... or you were changing position and then the cloud appeared and you got completely, like, in mid-air. That's usually the one that gets me. Where is Adam? Yay. Awesome sauce. Grid space as well. And NCU. Oh, he's got the... yeah, I still think the tier armor on MP is pretty cool. Right, so we got some movement speed now. Let's try and get there the quick way. But if we're doing quick, let's turn off the ray tracing. Let's not chance any of the laggage. Oh yeah, this is better. Meow. Blitzer and Blitzface. Close. Went through the wrong one anyway, but... Will be LFT. Okay. I may get a call in any minute, so I don't know. Apparently next year they will be stopping... Yeah, that is the thing. They were part of a storyline, so they can't carry on forever. That much is certain. Yeah, last time we were the undefeatable team, it was 2 keepers, and the Hots and Ward were like oscillating between them. I'll buff here, I will. My baby little buffs. Next ones, you got to be level 100 or something to cast them. Oh, too low on nano skill. Okay. Might still be rezzing though. Right. More blitz. I came this way, I don't know why. I think it's because it's a shortcut to the prisoner to get a 20k that way, instead of just running to this Wampert. And using the Wampert as the longest road means you crash. Yeah, the alien raids are part of a storyline that's being played out. So once that storyline's actually over, that's kind of it, really. There might be dispensation, but... If I had to pick Mrs Caloss2 off before we do the draw, then I will leave the stream running, go pick her up, and then come back. I think that's going to be the way. And when I get back, I will do the draw and whatnot. Unless it's IT O'Derry, who went off to the Christmas party. Which is fine. It's not like we don't know who IT O'Derry is. Frame rate 99, 95, 100. 100 all day long. I'm not sure if I was rezzing. 297 on both. Yeah, I just don't have that skill. I must have had buffs. There you go. Rubicar light in here. Cars. Now we're moving. The thing with that room is you've got to either fight your way across it or drop down in that corner. Because running through to the next area is really risky. You've got those shadow type mobs and they can hit really hard actually. Quick enough to dodge the mobs in here at least. Ah, there she goes. Hello. Okay, I'm on my way. See you in a minute. Bye. Right, okay folks. I has to go pick up Mrs Caloss2. I will be back. Does the storyline continue or a new story possible going to... Yeah, I think we'll all miss Space Quest and the AXP. But it is what it is, you know. He has to get permission to do it. Anyway, I'm getting Mrs Caloss2. When I get back, we'll do the draw, okay? Hey, and I'm back. Sig, subscribe. They've subscribed for 8 months. Thank you very much for the resub. Much appreciated. I had to dash off and pick up Mrs Caloss2, so I forgot she was finishing earlier tonight. So, where were we up to? We're up to bodyguards, okay. My work isn't far away. Only like a mile. Look at that, work first time. And stuck myself. There we go. So you come this way and you can pick them off. We're on bodyguards, okay. More blitzing. It is the Blitzkrieg. Helps if you know all the hidey holes in here. Gonna reset him, but time to kill the bodyguards. Ooh, blood red as well. Body pulled him. Gamel 0007. Welcome to the stream, sir. Are you in the pub? That was weird. Oh, you're at home now. Well, you're just on the mobile, are you? Weird, you can't... Can you not log... Do you deliberately keep the two Twitch accounts separate, or...? Pull the whole room, why don't we? Yay. Mission accomplished. Let's get the hell out of here. We've got a prize to draw. So, last chance, everyone. Thanks a lot, Kaz. Last chance to enter for the grace. Entry is #LootPliz. There you go, is Mrs Caloss2 is with us. On Lubianti. So is that everybody that wants an in-game grace has already entered, and that's everybody? I've got the hunt as well. Yeah, what are we, 60? Oh, yeah, I know what I can kill. Just need something in approximate level range. I know where we could find one. Bschlang! Jesse Saurus has followed. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Make yourself at home. The Ward Nano. I'm going to keep her in Nascence. Did you? What dropped it? Can you remember the mob? You'll do. We were farming it for quite a while and it just would not drop, so. Same things. Oh, well, there we go. Jesse Saurus. Oh my god, I have not played this game in actual decades. Yeah, no. That's 21 years it's been going now. Believe it or not, but it has. Right. Turn them in. Report to the agency, and as soon as I've done that, we'll do the draw. So once you get your grace, you tell me which tune you want to purchase it on for, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 credits, 1,234, or whatever, and the name of the tune, and I will sell you the grace for that amount. I've still got the original discs. Yeah, I downloaded it, the original, because it was there was like a 2-week beta, so I already had the client. I think I've got another, like an original AO box. Then there wasn't a box for the Noten Wars, but there was for Shadowlands, and then there was for AI, and I've got those two somewhere in the attic. Yeah, and now we're Dune, and Funcom's doing well. Right, okay, so giveaway. Close. That's it. 10 entries, all unique. So now, the moment of truth. Good luck, everybody. Kaz was drawn for the giveaway. Congratulations again, Kaz. You won last month as well, didn't you? Can we do it later? We can if you want. Yeah, if you're busy. That's cool. When do you want to do it? Tomorrow? Oh, it thinks Kaz is a swear word. Fuck's sake. It's not a swear word. Yes, tomorrow. Okay, well, it is the alien event tomorrow, so I will try and get on a little earlier. I don't know what time it's starting or whatever yet. I've not spoken to Space Quest, or he's not told me anything, which is usually what happens. Jagetti gifted a tier 1 sub to Bridge a Schism. That's a bit of a name, but well done. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. Hoping tomorrow is Green Sword Day. Well, if you're on the RK-2019 server, then yes. So we'll sort that out early on Saturday, tomorrow, Kaz, and then you've got another grace. You gear your tunes up good and proper. Alien armor, all the things. Very nice. everybody else, thank you all for coming along. I don't know, is there anyone on to raid? Maybe me and ASMR Boxing again, which is weird. We just leave it. We'll leave it. There'll be loads more on tomorrow night, so maybe do a raid then. Make someone's day for them. Right, okay, thank you all once again. Thank you for the resub, thank you for the follows, etc. And the gifted subs, much appreciated. And I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place, Rubicar. Okay, folks, we'll leave it there, and I will just say